Today I thought it would be fun to take a trip down memory lane and go through my old artwork. I've been wanting to do this video for a while, even back when I was drawing some of these pieces. I thought it would be fun to go back and take a trip and see all the art that I've done over the years. From the pieces I do have, I have one piece from when I was very, very young, and I have a large majority from the very end of elementary school all the way through high school, and a couple pieces that slipped through from recent years, but I thought it would be fun to show you anyways. I hope you all enjoy, and if you'd like to see a video of my recent art or one all about the digital art I have on my iPad, let me know. I have 5 sketchbooks and a picture in a frame. There are so many sketchbooks I've had over the years, but due to moving or other house-related issues, I have lost a lot, and this is all I got. Most of it is from high school. There are a few from elementary school, but not very much. To start off, I'm just going to show this picture that I drew when I was very little. It's of me and my mom, and there's a lot going on. These are my butterflies, a tree, a flower. I'm not sure. I think that's supposed to be the sun. I don't know why it's blacked out, but that's supposed to be the sun. That's me. I didn't realize till much later that I didn't give myself a mouth. And then there's my mom. She has her glasses on. That's what that's supposed to be. I like how I used to draw my noses as little M's. And she's smiling. And I give us little outfits. That's the only piece of art I have from when I was really, really little. I think next it's only appropriate if I bring out my Monster Legends book. My brother did end up stealing this like a year after I stopped drawing in it and claimed it as his own. So that's why you're gonna see his name up there and my name scratched out. But when I was into the game, Delirious was recently added, and I just started drawing Monster Legends characters. I don't exactly remember why I started drawing them, but I was super into the game, and I didn't draw very many. I don't think this book's very full. And I also put their type and their special attack. I like that I put their names up, except for this guy. I didn't ever finish this one, and the rest of the drawings in here, I think, are my brother's. You'll notice a theme amongst my sketchbooks where I never finished them. These pages were inside the sketchbook, ripped out of probably a different sketchbook so I could start over. I was really into drawing eyes. You're probably gonna see a bunch of eyes. And I started working on a Pokemon. Then I started another Pokemon. I used to have a sketchbook of Pokemon because me and my brothers would draw them as challenges. This era, I was super, super into Vex, and I drew a lot in that style. I was super into it. These are from 2019. And I posted these to Instagram, so my old handle's in it. Open this one. I didn't finish this one. It was called Inner Creativity. I even named some of these. Super into it. I drew so much. Oh, then this part was for Inktober. I never finished a single Inktober. A lot of unfinished pieces. More Inktober. This one wasn't bad. I experimented a lot with different styles. I tried a little bit of everything. Hold on here. I don't know what, I think it's supposed to be a face. I'm not sure, but I experimented a bunch. I don't even have prompts written down for this one, so I'm not too sure what these are. I think this was supposed to be a person. I was inspired, I don't remember what I was inspired by, but I was inspired by something very stoner-esque. I don't remember why. Rough sketch of, I don't even know. More eyeballs. And I posted this one to Twitter, and Delirious actually liked it. I don't have the Twitter. I don't even have anything, but I do remember drawing this because I was super into his videos, and he ended up liking it on Twitter. I did spill coffee or something on this. I don't know what it is. It's probably in my bag. It's supposed to be lips blowing out smoke, but that's not what smoke looks like. Back to the style. It looked so cute. I just never finished it. I was super into this style at the time. More eyes. It was gonna be that same thing. And I think it's another empty bunch of pages. This one I took with me to class. My experiment sketchbook. I was still into Vex at the time, and I was experimenting with things you could put on murals. More eyeballs. You'll see a theme. I was trying to experiment with different techniques, shadings, whatnot, ways to make things pop off the pages. I was using this a lot to also cope with my mental health. I don't know where So Typical came from. I did draw this digitally, and then I put it on paper. It might be finished. I'm not sure. It doesn't look finished, but it does look fine. Teardrop. I don't know what that says. But it's not finished. More eyeballs. Once again, like I said, I was using it to cope. That's not bad. I was experimenting. I was trying to develop a style or just better my skills. So I drew a lot, like as it says, it was an experiment sketchbook. I drew a lot of stuff. I drew buildings. I didn't get very far. Buildings were quite annoying to do. I didn't like them. I saw other YouTubers that I was watching at the time tell you about line patterns and try to experiment. So I drew a bunch of stuff. I didn't know why I was drawing them. I just drew them. I was into 8 Graves and I listened to them pretty much exclusively. So this was a piece I was gonna do in the previous style of something like that one. I just never finished it. More roads, more streets, never finished. They annoyed me. This was gonna be a cat skull, never finished it. More eyeballs. I drew so many eyeballs. I tried to get better. I was trying to go different angles. A mouth with snakebite piercings, because I really wanted those at the time. I drew this one in English class. I do remember drawing this. I suck with anatomy, so I don't even know anatomy now, but I was trying to experiment. Empty page, and I took a graphics design class. So I was learning graphic design. This is my rough draft, trying to figure things out. You can't really tell because I drew on the other side in marker, so it kind of bled through. And this was what I ended up with. I was worried if I colored that in purple, it would ruin the letters. So I drew around it, and I was gonna do a fixed, yeah, purple will fully go around. I was gonna do it digitally, and I never did. And I think, once again, empty. This one I got in one of my art classes. I think it was my animations class. Half of this year was spent online because of COVID. This is a piece of garlic. A lot of this reminds me of my experimental sketchbook, learning different skills, viewpoints. This wasn't for the class, I just drew this myself in the sketchbook. This is all I think I ever did for class in this sketchbook, and the rest of it was just me doing things. Oh no, this was for class. This one was for class too. And this was my actual bed and an actual planchette that I had. My candle, I was so proud of this candle, but we were told to box it and then box it again. It was so sad. This wasn't for class. There is a digital piece of work with this on. I don't know, it might be on my iPad, but I did draw this digitally and it didn't look too bad. It's experimenting. Again, there's a bug. I love this picture. I love this one. I think I did such a good job. The teeth are a little funky, I think, but I love this one so much. Trying to draw people. A little teddy bear. This was an art challenge I think I did with my fiance. Me and him both drew a teddy bear. I'm like 99% sure that's what this is from. The concept of this was like a crystal ball with a cat eye in it. Practicing. It might look a little bit dark on camera, but I was practicing how to color in stuff. This was supposed to be a plant. It never got finished. And I think the rest of the sketchbook is empty. Yep. And then finally, this one. This one isn't all from when I was in high school. Part of it is when I was an adult, but it was when I was super into tattoos. And I was trying to learn how to do like a tattoo style. There's this. I think I intended this to either be a chest piece. I do think I intended this to be a chest piece, actually, because I think I was trying to draw stuff that I would like. This is for your back. These wings, I was gonna call them bat wings. I don't know if they were bat wings or like gargoyle-esque, but that was intended for your back. I had watched The Crow, I think for like the second time, and this was purely inspired by the movie The Crow. This was matching tattoos. This was something for my friend, which I never ended up finishing. I did move this over digitally to make it a little bit easier, and I don't think it ever got finished. This was also for a friend. It never got finished. It was supposed to be lilacs, but they were really annoying to draw, and I just gave up. That's Princess Kenny. I don't know why Princess Kenny was thrown into this. And it was another creator I was inspired by, which made me try and do like a pinup style. I think I was watching a lot of whatever that tattoo reality show is. I was watching a lot of that, and I saw a bunch of different styles, and I tried to mimic it my own. And I think, once again, that's it. I was just reminded of a folder I have full of my loose art. This was, I think, another thing for that art class. This goes back to when I was in elementary school. I was really into Domics, and I printed out how he was doing. This has nothing to do with me and my art, but I was super into animation, and I wanted to just be one of those YouTubers at one point in my life. And I kept this to learn how to do the mouse sounds. Then there's this. I think this was in my art class, learning how to animate. That was fun. This is an old relic. This is from that time in elementary school when I was learning how to animate. And I was trying to practice. I used his mouse sounds, and I was just having fun. He gets beat up at the end. I made this for my uncle. I gave him the original copy, and this is photocopied. Is so that same style. Like I said, I was super into the style, and I just used different Zelda references on the inside. This is the last of it. I made this exclusively with little dots. It took so long. It was such a pain. The only thing that's not little dots is the eyelashes and maybe a little bit of that, but other, like even down here, it's all those little dots. As a Cheshire cat, I loved how it turned out, and then I messed up and I put white out and it ruined the drawing for me. I was actually devastated. Cat skull, I was super into skulls and drawing them. I loved this one. I think I tried to redo it digitally. I don't think I ever finished it. This piece I was so proud of. I was so proud of this piece. I saw it on Pinterest, I think, a design similar to this, and I tried it on my own. I was so proud of this one. A little fuzzy bee. More eyeballs. Oh. I don't know what this little guy's from, but this little guy. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Just an experimental piece, I assume. Another tattoo. And a piece I never finished. I was using those Ahoo markers, but it never got finished. That is my entire history that I have on paper. I do have some art digitally. I'll have to get a magic keyboard for my iPad to charge it before I'm able to show you. And then I have some more recent creations that if you're interested in the type of video I made today, let me know and I'll make one for my digital art, and then I'll make one for my recent art. But I hope you enjoyed going through memory lane with me. It was fun for me. I love to reminisce and see my old work. and tie memories to it. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye.